Come on in.
Hello, Mr. Gaines. Christine Jackson.
Christine, great
Nice
to meet you.
you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for that tour, by the way, of your facilities. I absolutely loved going in and seeing the assembly line and seeing what it takes to build, I guess, a tough tabletop. So it was really great. Thank you so much for putting that together.
You're very welcome.
On that note, what got you involved in the business?
You know, it's a family business, been around for, several generations, and one of those things. It took me a little bit of time to get comfortable and decided to make the family business something I wanted to do, but I'm glad I did, and now I sit here and we just want to keep growing and expanding.
Wow, that's wonderful. And I mean, I guess you had that vision of family's important to you, like you said, and going out there and I guess building the perfect tables. And so I guess what would be your vision for tough tabletops?
Just growing, continuing to grow and support the people that we've got here.
Mm-hmm.
It's always, it's rewarding, to be able to provide people with jobs and, give them a way to support their families. And so that's what we want to do. We just want to continue to grow and become a better brand and help other people.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds wonderful. And I mean, wouldn't you say that there are four support, so here's the analogy I'm going to give for you today.
Sure.
So just like every table per se has four supports. I mean, sometimes they can have three or one, but for the sake of the analogy, has four supports. Us at ADP have four supports that complement your business. And if you don't mind, I'd like to uncover that process with you today of the four things that makes tough tables, I guess, run and work well.
Cool.
So on that note, here's my business card. Sounds a little dented, but
good thing.
And is it correct that we have 20 minutes for today's appointment?
We do.
Okay. And is there anyone else that needs to be included in this decision-making process today?
Great question. We've got Judy.
Mm-hmm.
She is really responsible for the payroll. She can't be here today.
Okay.
But depending on how it goes, we'll figure out when to get her involved.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a time that would work best if we were to go to that next step? A time of the day that would work?
We'll see. I'm here. I'm all ears.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to hear what you got. Bill made a great recommendation of you,
mm-hmm.
So that's why we took the time, and so I'm just here to learn.
Okay. All right. Well, sounds good. So if I understand correctly from my research, Paychex is your current payroll provider. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Very nice. So when it comes to Paychex, I just honestly want to know how your payroll system is working for you. So can you give me an honest opinion? What do you like about Paychex? What do you don't like about Paychex?
I don't deal with it completely. Judy does quite a bit
mm-hmm.
of it, but I hear from her. We've got a lot of complaints with support.
Mm-hmm. So support in the aspect that there's no one on the phone lines, or support as in no one there to help you if there's a fee or a problem in the system, in that aspect?
Phone issues for sure. It sounds like the turnover is just
mm-hmm.
a revolving door over there at Paychex.
Okay, yeah. And so is there any instances, I guess, you said that there's problems with the turnover. Has there been an instance maybe in the past where you perhaps paid an employee too less or too much?
That you'd have to get into the weeds with Judy. I'm sure y'all could talk for a while on all the issues that she's had.
Yeah, no problem.
From a high level view, I just know that support and transition
mm-hmm.
from Paychex to this, I think the platforms are somewhat similar.
Okay. So you definitely would agree that if things go well today, you'd be willing to make that change to ADP?
Yeah, and I don't know if you have what it takes to transition our business over to that.
Mm-hmm.
We've just been, we've been hit with the issues at ADP.
Mm-hmm.
Bill talks, you're a great person,
mm-hmm.
but you got to convince me that, you're the right fit.
And definitely, and I will get to that, but I just want to highlight a couple more things. So you said something about growth. So is there any growth that you see potentially? I believe you had 50 employees. Any growth in terms of employees?
Definitely. That's the plan. It hasn't been announced yet, but we're trying to get to Canada.
Okay. Any specific strategy when it comes to Canada?
I don't know if strategy comes to mind. Issues, while we're talking payroll systems, I know Judy made mention of some potential tax issues
mm-hmm.
and complexity with compliance.
Okay.
And
All right. Well, we're definitely here for you to make sure that, of course, ADP is compliant. And on that note, does your current system Paychecks give you that international view that you're looking for in the future?
We don't get the warm and fuzzy from them by any means. And again, it comes down to people buy from who they like, and we don't feel like we have the support. They're not putting in what it takes to help the business.
Well, I can surely understand that. A lot of my customers have said the exact same thing. And by switching to ADP, they've seen revenues increase, operating expenses decrease, and ultimately have increased peace of mind that their payroll is going to be there. So going back to that table analogy, just like I said, a table needs 4 legs or 4 supports to stand.
Sure.
And ADP would like to show 4 supports for your business, and one of those would be efficiency. Like you said, you're looking for a payroll system that's efficient, that can produce that turnover that you're looking for, and give you that all-around experience of just being there for you, being warm, friendly, engaging in your payroll system. Also, you mentioned compliance. ADP is also here to give you a compliant experience that will help you get to Canada and anywhere in the world for that matter. We're here for you to make sure that you reach your growth potential.
Okay.
Also, accuracy is important too. I'm sure your employees have had, you mentioned you weren't quite sure, but maybe there's been some employee disruptions due to inefficient payroll, and we're here to make sure that doesn't happen. Also, we're here to give you, flexibility. Flexibility in expanding and flexibility in your options when it comes to ADP. So without further ado, sorry.